Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Everyday Stories by Adetunde Dada. My name is Tunde, and today we have a very special guest. Now, this guest is a two-time Nigerian national champion, a four-time NCAA champion, a 10-time U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association All-American athlete who just happens to be one of the fastest sprinters in the whole of Africa. The whole of Africa. You may know him best from his trademark phrase,
I never expected it.
but we know him as Nigerian sprinter and Olympian Divine Oduduru. He's an amazing athlete who has done a great job representing Nigeria on the world stage. So, Divine, if you are here, please request to join this live. For the 2 or 3 people, in the back that do not know who you are, please introduce yourself.
All right, guys. My name is Divine Oduduru. Asia will call her name Mr. I Never Expected It. I'm a Nigerian sprinter. I specialize in the 100 meter and the 200 meter, and I also run the 4x1 and sometimes the 4x4.
And so, Divine, if you had to describe your childhood in one word, what word would that be?
If I'm to describe my childhood in one word, and I should use the word tough.
Why?
It was tough because life was actually really tough. I'm not from a wealthy home. Like I always tell people, I'm not from the first class family, neither from the second class. I won't say we're still in the middle. Yeah. Like we were just there. I was that child that I remember growing up when I was in primary school, and we go to the farm. Like before I go to school, I will have to go to early morning by 5 a.m. wake up to go to the farm to go harvest cassava and come back and go to school. By the time you're back from school, you peel the cassava, take the cassava to the engine to process. Then the next day, early morning, you go all the same day, you can tell them you are coming to pick up the gari. You pick it up. You can go to the farm to get firewood you will use to fry the gari. Then by the time you're back, early morning, you wake up, fry some part of the gari, then go to school, come back and complete it. And there's a lot. It's a lot. So like I always tell people, I said, that is something that I can never forget. It's part of me. As I'm here, I can still process gari very well. I can still process stash. I can still process like all our traditional stuff. I can still process them. I said, no matter how grown I am, that is one thing that my family use in bringing me up. Like we have to go before you process. I remember sometime water leave. If you want to buy clothes or want to pay some certain things in school, we have to get a day to market. They will go to the farm to go pluck water leaf that they're using to cook. Then we put them in the basin, put them on top of the zinc. Then it's not like now that we are building more fancy houses. Then we have like those low zinc kitchen, because the kitchen is not built in the house, and we'll put it there for it to be fresh. And the next morning, before we go to school, we'll carry them to the markets to go sell. How much are we selling them? Sometimes we sell them 15 naira, 100 naira, 200 naira, and we are excited. and we'll take those money. That is the money we'll take to school to go and buy something. Or maybe those are the money we used to buy our pints. That time we used to run around with pints. Like, you know, it was tough. You know, it was actually tough. It was at the same time it was interesting because it was just so genuine. We saw the genuinity in our upbringing. We saw the love. Like we never felt as if we were suffering. We only just because our environment at that moment, we just accepted that atmosphere and just believe things will get better. Just like remember then, it's so funny. Permit me when I say this word. When you see like aeroplane, like the flight passing by, you see all of us coming out and we'll be shouting aeroplane, bye bye, aeroplane. Then somebody when it passes, we will not point at it. Like one day I will enter that thing. One day I will enter that thing. And even sometimes I don't know if you play this play that when you see a car, you be like, "This is my car. This is my car. This is
I
my
do
car."
now. I do.
And you start dragging. And if somebody said, "This is my car," I'm like, no, I picked this car first. You know, that was our childhood. That was our childhood. Yeah.
Wow. Divine. And so I heard that you have a very big family. And so I wanted to know, how many siblings do you have?
My mom gave birth to 10 of us. Yeah. And my dad got married to 3 wives and gave birth to 1 outside the 3 wives. And so I'm really from a big family. And I happens to be the last child of my mom and the last child of my dad also.
Wow. And so growing up, what was the best thing about being the youngest of 10 siblings?
10 siblings from my mom's side. There are other siblings from my dad's side. Yeah, growing up from my mom's side, like all of us together, it was interesting. It was tough. It was interesting. But what made it really interesting was my dad did not make it look as if he got married to different wives because all the wives lived together. Yeah, there was love. I think that was one thing I respected most about my dad. Like, may he so rest in peace because I lost him 2018. Like, you never saw the division on the wives. You see today, this wife will cook, everybody will sit down and eat. The next one, this wife will cook, everybody will sit down and eat. Yeah, so it was, the love was there. It was, I think the interesting part was we being able to get that unity, that love in the family, and those village food that year, yeah.
And so what was the best thing about being the youngest?
The best thing being the youngest is they can't really beat you. Because if they touch you, you run to dad. And dad would be like, "Why will you beat my son? Why will you beat my last one?" And whether you're wrong or right, you are always right. As long as you are the last child, you are always right. They fight for me. So I think that was the beauty of it was like I was always being protected by my dad and my mom from my other siblings. Yeah.
And so talking about running to your dad, how did you first discover that your talent was running?
Actually, I think running, I didn't really pay attention to it. I think when I was growing up, like, all those little troubles that you look for. And when my sister or my brother, they beat me up, I will go and beat their children. So that is like my revenge. If you beat me, I beat your son. If you beat me, I beat your daughter. So when they beat me like that, I will beat their children and run away. So that was how they were like, his back leg does not really touch ground or he can run. Like, from there, I ran from my primary school back home. I won the race, but I was disqualified from going to that relay because they said I left my lane and I felt bad. As a child growing up, you'd be like, hey, if I'm not going, people will not win, all those shy things and stuff like that. It was actually funny. It was actually funny. Yeah, so that was when I really know that there's something, but I started really paying attention to it when I left the village to the city to live with my sister and my primary school. Then I was running inter sports and all of that. So I was winning. Like no matter how bad my team is, once that baton gets to me, we're always
you
getting
have
to the line first.
first. And the reason why I asked that, because I watched some video where you said that you discovered your talent when your uncle and his children couldn't catch you when you were running.
Yeah.
And so, Divine, you've already kind of answered the question, but I really want to ask,
why are you running? Why are you running?
Oh, I think the reason why I am running is because it's a talent, it's a gift. And the Bible said a man gives maketh way for him. So I think it was something that always gives me joy whenever I run. Even I remember then when we were growing up as a child, we just stand. You will not beat me, I will beat you. You will not beat me. When I say on your marks, get set, first to go touch the wall. Like first person to go touch the wall of the house. Everybody will start running. You touch the wall of the house and you come back and stuff like that. You know, so it was just something I love doing. And as time goes on, I began to see that, oh, people really do this to make money. People do this to earn a living. So when I came to Asaba, I was discovered by a coach called Raymond Agboro. He was in Asaba. He was a Delta State coach. And he was coming to my school then when I was in Asaba, Western Miss Secondary School, Asaba, doing inter-house sports. It was there after school. I would go to the stadium. It's actually funny because I was never actually really supported to do sports. So immediately after school, if I'm going to school, I will pack my sports clothes and put it inside my bag. From school, I would trek to the stadium. From stadium, we would trek to the place where we normally go for training. Sometimes my coach would carry us with his car and take us there and train and walk back. So I think then I was opportune to represent my school there. Then it was like inter-house sport. I was the fastest in my school inter-house sport. Then we went for like invitation race. I was actually winning all those races. And from there, I got into like a local competition, like all these local meets and all of that. And from there, we started winning. You know, from there, became the fastest in my community, fastest in my state. Then I was opportune to represent my state. Then I became the fastest in Nigeria. Then from there, I was opportune to represent Nigeria. I became the fastest in Africa. Then I was opportune to represent my country also in the world, and I was number 5th in the final, number 5th, number 6th in the world youth. And, you know, from there, the love, the passion, everything keep on growing. We begin to see reasons. And one thing is that when I go for a competition and I don't win, I really get mad and I go back to make sure that the next competition I go, I make sure I do my best. You know?
Awesome. And so when you were growing up, when did you, okay, sure. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this interview. Divine will be back in a couple.
Sorry, I have something in the
Awesome. No problem. And so I just wanted to ask, when did you get your first running sparks?
My first running spikes? Geez, can I actually remember? I think my first running spikes, I can't actually remember. But I know I got run. There was one I bought for myself. Then there was one that gave to us as a team when we were representing Nigeria. I think my first packs, I bought it for myself. Through the means that if they give me money to school, I will not spend the money. I will keep it and trek to school, trek back, keep the money for will not eat it during lunchtime, and saved it so that I will be able to save money to get my spike shoe. I think that was how I was able to save money to get my spike shoe.
Yeah, because I was actually wondering, because I think I heard you had saved up money to purchase them.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask, like, how did you save up money? But I think you just kind of answered that. Did you do anything else? Save up the money?
No. That was just...
Or was that particular?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. And so I believe that you went to high school at West End College in Asaba, right?
Yeah. If you know Asaba very well, you should know where West End is, close to SPC.
What do you remember about being a student there?
I was the SU president. I founded the SU fellowship there. I was the school pastor. And I was just that one student that everybody loves.
Why did everyone Divine?
Everyone loved Divine because I'm a genuine person. I just tell you the way things are, and I don't actually keep friends. But if I call you my friend, means that you are my friend, and people just love me for my personality, the fact that I love God. I was my school pastor, and all of that. People just love the fact that a young man with a zeal for God. And I think I remember then, school was really interesting. And I was also a school prefect. Junior school, I was assembly prefect. Then when I got to senior school, I was sports prefect. Yeah.
And you said like school was very interesting. Did anything in particular happen?
Doing entire sports, everybody wants to see you run. When you run and win, everybody is excited. You feel that love. Yeah.
And so while you were a student there, did you enter the, let me pronounce it, the Award Toure,
Award Toure under 18 competition?
Yeah, junior athletics program.
Yeah, I competed in Award Toure. That was where Nigeria discovered me.
Because I wanted to say,
because Yaba Tech. 2010.
Yeah, because I was wondering, how did that particular program help you as an athlete?
Sorry?
How did that particular program help you as an athlete?
I think that was the place I was showcased to Nigeria. That was where Nigeria actually saw my talent at Yaba Tech University. That was where we went for the competition. And I think that was really the first showcase that everyone actually saw that there is somebody that God has deposited something on, and the world is just waiting to see.
And then if we fast forward to 2013, you competed in the World U18 Championships in Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
And that's where a very particular interview turned you into a viral star.
How does that feel to qualify for the final?
I feel happy, I feel grateful, and I feel fulfilled. I'm happy because I never expected it, but God gave it to me. I'm grateful to Him.
And so, Divine, when did you realize that your catchphrase, that your now catchphrase, I never expected it, had gone viral?
Well, I think I knew 2013 that word has gone viral because people were actually making mockery of it. Like, who is that Nigeria that doesn't know how to speak English? Who is that Nigeria that went there to speak some bullshit grammars and all of that? We are Nigerians, and Nigeria will always be Nigeria. Like I always tell people, I said, that is one thing we can never change about us. We just have some certain people that what they just do, they just go online to look for stuff to comment. Yeah, I'm just being realistic. There are actually some persons like that. So when I saw the video, that the video has actually gone viral, not just in Africa, but the whole world. The whole world. I smiled. I think I remember our sports president was like, have you seen yourself? Have you seen the video? You know, I was just smiling. And when people were trying to make mockery of it, I tried not to actually really feel bad, even though the human part about me was actually coming out. But I told myself that everybody is known for something. And that was what the world should know me for. And I should be proud of it. I didn't do anything bad. I only said something out of excitement as a young man that was privileged to represent his country. So I think I saw it as a platform that the world is coming to hear about me. And that was what the world will know about me. Mr. I never experienced it.
And when you found out, were you confused at all? Because I know you didn't try to go viral. It just happened.
Yeah, it just went viral. It was just, I was not actually confused. Sometimes when I play the video, I just keep on smiling. I keep on laughing. I have a black man blood in me. Actually, I do. Everything I said there, I never regretted one of it. I meant it. African people, we are born great. And I find it's going to be a deadly day. Is it that we're going to down the line? Because I have a black man blood in me. And African people, we are born great. And that's why we come to the world to showcase that we are born great.
So when you think back to that interview, you think back to it in a positive light, right? Yeah. Because I know there's some people, especially those that don't follow sports, that may only know you from that video.
Yeah, that's true.
And I guess it's still positive because they still know you for your trademark.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because I was always wondering how you felt about it, like this. So this is a big thing for me, even asking you now. It's like, I wonder how Divine felt about it going viral.
And I can tell you that I'm being celebrated everywhere. I remember there's a magazine for the IAF that I have my picture on it. With it on it, Mr. I never experienced it with how it became viral and all of that. Until today, people see me and be like, "Oh, Mr. I never experienced it." See, and I respond to it. That is who I am. I can hide it. That is my trademark. That is me. Everybody's known for this. Everybody's known for that. You know, Mr. I never experienced it is me. Mr. Black Man Blood is me. Yeah, I'm proud of it. Yeah.
Awesome. Mr. Never Experred. And you even use it for like all your posts. If you check your page, you pretty much
Instagram, on my Twitter, on my Facebook. Yeah, it's there.
Have you officially trademarked it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Because I feel like you should start selling shirts with it. It's definitely something you should think about in the future. Awesome. Now, staying on the topic of your interview, you had another viral interview in 2016 where you spoke about the lack of sponsorship for Nigerian athletes.
Because Nigerian athletes were suffering. We need companies to come for our rescue. We need organizations to come for Nigeria athlete rescue. We have companies that can take care of athletes in Nigeria. Look at other countries. Companies are sponsoring them. We have companies in Nigeria that can assist athletes. They should come out. They should encourage us. They should tell us that they have not given up on us because we are the future. We are the hope of this country.
And so I just wanted to know, at that time, why do you think big companies in Nigeria were not supporting athletes the way that they should?
We have to just be realistic here because it has never, we talk about it, but it's still not changing. It's still the same way it has always been. Like, for you to get a company to sign you, you have to be a musician, a comedian, or like, yeah, or you play soccer for Nigeria, football. Those are actually the people recognized in the country. But when you come to countries like these, I see like there are people that we all ran together 2019 at the NCAA. Yeah, right now they are being sponsored by a lot of companies. Yeah, apart from their normal deal with their companies. So they don't actually focus on their deal with their companies because other companies sponsors them too. But we from Nigeria, we from Africa, we lack opportunities like that. We don't get opportunity where our countries where we be celebrated. Like we are not celebrated in our own country. We are even. I can tell you that as an athlete, I am more celebrated here than where I'm celebrated back home in Nigeria. I remember when I won my NCAA title, when I came back to my university, the whole city came out to welcome us. You needed to feel the love. You need to feel the love. Sometimes it's not the money, but we just want to feel the love. We want to feel that acceptance from the people. Why? Because most time when we make mistakes, maybe we'll go for a competition and things did not go well, people are easily out to come and judge. To be like, oh, this person did not do well, this person did this person did that. But actually, you need to ask questions. Have you been following up this athlete? That's why actually I so much appreciate my Instagram followers. They are actually one of the best people. Like, I love them so much because they follow every step of everything I'm doing, my posting, everything. They're praying, a lot of them. So most time we need the country to show us that love. It's just imagine like you're walking somewhere and you are not getting paid from where you're walking. You're not getting paid. Or what you just need is for the people to appreciate what you're doing. You understand what I mean? But you don't get appreciation from the people. All what you get from them is when you make mistakes, everybody come at you. You know, I think that is actually one thing. And we are really saying like, company, we have a lot of companies in Nigeria. The MTA is there, Glow is there, banks are there. It's like we have a lot of telecom, we have a lot of drinks, Coca-Colas, a lot of companies there. But athletics is the listed sport recognized in Nigeria. If you, I remember somebody walk up to me and be like, "Oh, do you play soccer?" Like, because that is the only sport people actually sit down to watch in Nigeria. Why? Because we don't get that marketing, we don't get that interest to the society in Nigeria. Like we see Glow now, a comedian is the face of Glow. That is even more funny, if we must say. You see, there is this milk they were advertising. It's like an energy drink. Is a musician that is advertising an energy drink. That is supposed to be for an athlete. That is an advert, energy drink, talks about energy, speeds, and all of that. But you see, we don't get those opportunities. We don't get those, we're not encouraged. So we do things ourselves. We see athletes back home in Nigeria, they struggle to eat twice a day. They struggle to eat 3 times a day. And they still go to training. And they still try to get themselves together. And they still come out and represent the country. And there is nothing to actually come back and be like, okay, you know, these are the little support we can get from our country, for all these companies to recognize us, for all these companies to give us the support. If we have companies abroad that are showing their love and support for this sport, let's create the awareness. You understand what I'm saying? Let's show these athletes that you love them, like give them the support that they need. But now, even though the interview was given that year, Union Bank came out and sponsored the Olympics thing to that 2016 Olympics. They came out and they sponsored the Olympics thing, which I really appreciated them for that. That is to tell you that they're really paying attention to what is happening in the country, for Union Bank to come out and sponsor the Nigeria team. And we actually need more companies. MTN is there. We're talking about speed of data. Like, we're talking about data speed, all those things. Like, yeah, this is connection. We have different athletes. Like, we can do all of this stuff, but the truth is we are not recognized. We are not respected. And if we are not recognized, if we are not respected, then there's nothing you can get from it. You know?
And so, in your opinion, what can be done for that respect to come? Should there be more programs in school? What do you think?
I think more awareness should be created. More attention should be paid to sport. There should be more competitions in Nigeria about athletics, school sports. They should create more awareness about it, about school sports. When there is competition, we should get a lot of awareness about stuff like this. And companies should also try to get involved, fund athletes, fund them, give them money to do stuff, to train, to get stuff. That is the support we're all asking for. It's just like you need to invest in a cassava farm. You got the land, but you don't have money to clear the cassava farm. You planted the cassava farm and you don't clear the weeds away. You leave the cassava to grow with the weeds. When you try to harvest the cassava, you try to struggle harvesting the cassava. Even sometimes you can't even harvest it. Why? Because it's covered with weed. So that is the issue. So when we need this support, being a sportsman is not easy. We travel, there's what we call medical. We get our medical, get physiotherapy, we go to see those people, get a doctor, get all those things are being paid for. And if you don't have all of that, how are you going to succeed as an athlete? But because everything together, that is what makes you an athlete. Everything that makes you an athlete. And because you train, after practice, you need to get your body together. It takes money to live good. So it takes money to do some certain things.
Definitely. And so, what is the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, AFN, doing about it?
I'm going to be sincere with you. I really don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
Awesome. AFN. Interesting, guys. But I think is that, so moving on from that, let's talk about something super positive. So now, in that same 2016, you got a full scholarship from Texas Tech University, located in the United States, specifically in Texas. And so, Divine, can you describe the day that you got word that you had received the full scholarship?
It was actually interesting. I think that day I was on the street and I lied down on the floor to tell God thank you. Everybody was looking at me, was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "You don't understand. You don't understand." It's funny because my university actually still really got to know about me, about my Mr. I Never Expected It video.
Wow.
Yeah. With my Mr. Never Expected It video. So, because when they put it on their website, that guess they said, Divine Oduduru, Mr. I Never Expected It, is coming to Texas Tech. You see? So,
wow.
So I think I felt the excitement was just too much. I have to lie down on the floor to tell God thank you for the privilege. And I can tell you, that would have not come to reality if not through the help of somebody that is so special. My sports mother, my mentor, the queen of track, our African best, world best, Commonwealth best, none other person but Blessing Okagbari. Yeah, she indeed played a lot of role in the opportunity for me to come to the States for my study. And it has been so exciting.
Mm-hmm. And staying on that, what role did you play?
The coach that was coaching in Texas Tech is our own personal coach. Yeah, he's a personal coach. So at the Olympics 2016, we saw, and it was like, oh, you want to come to Texas Tech for your university? I'm like, yeah. And that was it. And I got the opportunity to come to Texas Tech. And I can tell you something about the university. The platform is there. You are being celebrated. Like every day when I come out to run in my school, university environment, you need to see the crowd.
I can imagine.
You need to see, like when you see the love from the people, you will want to do it. So like there is supporting your education that creates a platform for you to get your education, a platform for you to get successfully in your track. The medical team is there. The coach is there. When you go to the gym, they have the people that are in charge of the weight room. They have the people that are in charge of they are nutritionists. They are people that are in charge of, like, they have everything well organized.
Wow.
Everything well organized. So when it was like a dream come true. You're praying for something and God said, I'm taking you there. And it was like I was in the reality of my dream. And I made use of every opportunity of it. Like I would say, America is the place you will want to come. America is the place that you make different decisions. Now I am here. What do I want? Do I want to succeed? Do I just want to be here? Do I not here to just have fun? Because I can promise you there is fun every day for you. Every weekend you go to the club, you drink, you go out with friends, you do everything you want to do. But if that is the life you want to live, good. Are you there to focus on your education and get your career done? Good. It's like a place that you go to and you make, and the decision is left for you. Your mom is not there, your dad is not there, your brothers and sisters are not there. The world is now wide open for you. What do you want? Make your choice.
Wow. And so, being on Texas Tech, when you got in, is it true that when you were growing up, you told your mother that you wouldn't go to school in Nigeria?
Yes. I remember I always tell her that I would not school in Nigeria, that I would school abroad. And I remember there was, I don't know if you know much about Anglican Church. They always go for crusade. I remember one of the crusade she came to, and the crusade was held in Asaba, in Igbuzo. And when I went to meet her, we were under a tree when I also reminded her that I will not school in Nigeria, I will school abroad. Even when the dream does not look as if it's coming to reality, my mom was the person that believed in my dream. Every day she was telling me, do you know that you always say that you will not school in Nigeria? She was reminding me of my words. And she was praying for me too. So I had a mother, I had a prayer warrior, I have a motivational speaker, I have a mentor, like all together in one. She was always reminding me of those words. And when I got to that stage, she reminded me, said, you remember those times you are always saying that you will be there, you will be this, you will be that. I'm like, yeah. Even in my SU, even when I was in school, when I met my teachers reminded me of the words I always say in assembly. Even my classmates, they always remind me of the words I always say in assembly when I'm preaching. That the world is waiting, the world I've not seen yet. A lot of stuff. But we said those words out of faith. That's why permit me when I said that's why the Bible said faith are the like when it said that evidence of things not seen, things of you hope for. Like it's stuff you've not seen and you hope for. So it was like you speaking it into existence. Yeah. Even it is that's why I always said coming up athlete, I'm like, you are the author of your future. You are the author, God is the publisher. So tell God what you want. And God is the author and the publisher. So let Him be the one to put everything in place for you. Just keep on believing in the process, keep on working out, and you're just going to see it. First, it will always look as if it's not going to work out. But one thing I always know is the world needs to write you off for God to write you in.
And so when you were saying that you wanted to go to school outside of Nigeria, did you have an idea of what it would be like? Or you just knew that it has to be better than this?
I never had an idea how it was going to be like, but I always knew that it was going to be better. Because we are watching movies too. We do watch movies. So we do see some certain things that happen. So we always believe there's a place like this, even if it look fantastic, but like, there are places like this, like we want to go there. It's just like when we see some certain things, we're like, oh, one day I will do this, one day I will fly, one day, it's actually working out.
It's definitely working out on the highest level. And so when you were in Texas Tech as a student, how were you able to balance your schoolwork, training, and a social life?
Well, I would say it was actually not easy my first year. My first year in school, if I tell you my schedule, you will be so mad. Like, my schedule was, I go to class 8 a.m., finish from my first class, go to my second, 8 a.m. to 9, from 9 to 10. Then I have a break from 10 to 11. Then I go grab lunch from the dining. From there, from 12 to 1, I have another class. Immediately I finish from that, I'm heading to training for practice. And I'll finish from practice maybe around 4 or 5, and we head to the gym. We finish from the gym, maybe sometimes we finish around 6. When we finish from the gym, you have tutoring. I go for my general tutoring. That helps you put, like, the general tutoring, the helps you, like, schedule, like, go through your schedule, your assignments, the days they are due, and all of that. So you set up a calendar on, put the date that each assignments are due, and you want to, like, be like, okay, it reminds me 1 hour, a day before the assignment is due. And after that, the class you are struggling with, if it's maths or anyone, you have a maths tutorial. After I finish from my general tutorial, I have like another tutorial, an English tutorial, because the American English is different from Nigeria English. So my writing then, I was struggling with my writing because the spellings were actually different. So I have a tutorial, somebody that helps go through my writing and helps me understand much, much better about what to do, how to write it, and stuff like that. So by the time I'm done, it's going to be like maybe around 9 when I get home. And immediately I get home, I have an assignment I'm working on. And sometimes you write the assignment till around 12. So there was a time I wrote an assignment till 12, a research paper, 14-page research paper. and I wanted to save the document, and I mistakenly deleted it. And I have to start the research paper from 12 till 4 a.m. I finished the research paper by everything by 5 a.m. and I just rested my head. And by 7, I'm already out of the house, heading for my 8 a.m. class. And the day starts again. Yeah, it was actually tough. It was actually a lot of sacrifice. And I have friends, my teammates, they go out, but they know I'm not the social type. Even till now, a lot of them understand that I'm not a social type. I don't go for clubbing. If I go for club, it's because my best friend wants me to go there with him because maybe he don't want to get drunk. It will be like, oh, Divine, you go with me because you can watch me not to get drunk because I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. So, yeah. So that is just like, hey, it's either I'm at home or I'm in school. That was just my whole year in college. And when I finished from college, the few times I went to club was because of that. And was when we won the NCAA title. And the whole team was going out. And I went out with the team and we came back. I think that was just it.
How were you able to stay so focused? Because some people go to America and just transform.
I think I actually remember where I was coming from. I know I was not from the wedding home. So it's a decision for you to make. Do you want to go back to that or you want to make it different? I actually wanted to make it different. And I was hungry to make it different. And I'm still praying to God till today. And I'm still praying to God till today to give me more grace to keep on pushing. To be the man he wants me to be, not the man I want to be.
And somebody by the name of Arthur is actually asking, where did you find your determination to balance both worlds?
I think I'm going to say I got that from my dad and my mom. My mom and dad, they don't drink alcohol. So I learned that from them. So me being able to balance that was just like, it was just like, I don't know the best words to use. Oh my gosh. I think it was just something that I put God first in everything I'm doing. Even if you look at most of my posts on Instagram, I have Bible verses on them. Like, I put God first in everything I'm doing. And I think that was one thing that actually helped me. Because even the Bible said the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. I think the fear of God was something that actually got me. And I got a lot of my inspiration from the Word of God. I got a lot of my inspiration from the Word of God. Like, one of them is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5, where the Bible said, before I formed you, I knew you. Before I placed you in your mother's womb, I called you by your name. And he repeated the same thing in Isaiah 49. On Isaiah 60, verse 1, he said, arise and shine, for your light is come. And in Psalm 82, verse 6, he said, I am a God to my generation. Romans 8:19, for the earnest expectations of the righteous, waiting for the manifestations of the sons of God. So there are a lot of scriptures. Psalm 82, verse 6 say, I am a God. So there are a lot of scriptures that God always gives to me to let me know that I am destined for him. So I have to empty myself for God to use. Even sometimes the human part of us always overshadow us, but the grace of God is always there for us.
So you focused on God, and that was really how you were able to stay determined.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so last year, I believe you left the Texas Tech track team to pursue your career at a professional level, right?
Yeah.
And I believe that since then, you've signed to a number of brands like Puma. And so, Divine, what are the benefits of being a Puma athlete?
Well, the benefit of being a Puma athlete is you get clothes, shoes, like fancy. You look fancy. You look fancy. That is the best word I can say. You look fancy. You get clothes, shoes, stuff that we had never opportunity to have then. I remember when we were going to church that there was one particular shoe I was wearing then. That the shoemaker in my areas have already known me then. Every Saturday I must go and sew that shoe round for me to wear it to church. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, every Saturday I must go and sew that shoe round. Then we were wearing coats when we were wearing suits. Yeah. So I think the benefits are you get clothes, you get a lot of beautiful stuffs. Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
And so it's great. And so are you so you're the Puma plug. Essentially, if anybody wants anything Puma, should they come and send you a little DM?
No.
For sure. But the thing is that anything you want from Puma, you can pretty much send an email and they send it to you, right? That's one of the benefits. So as a Puma athlete, anything you want to gear-wise, you can pretty much send them an email.
Yeah, any new thing that comes, they send it to you. Any new product, they send to you. Yeah, stuff like that.
Awesome. And so you're also part of Team Visa.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to know, how are they helping your career?
Team Visa sponsors athletes for the Olympics, like they have the Visa Olympics team, whereby they help athletes, they give athlete money for training and stuff like that. So to encourage athletes, to empower them, and to see them through. I think that is what Team Visa is doing. Like they really doing well, beautifully well, assisting athletes all over the world.
And what are they doing particularly for you? The same thing or something different?
Sorry?
What are they doing? What is Team Visa doing particularly for you?
It's the same thing. Like the same investment that you get from every athlete. Yeah.
And they're helping you in next year's Olympics.
Yeah, I'm with them. Yeah. Yeah.
How did you feel when they postponed the Olympics? Because I know this is every 4 years. Was it like a really bad hit, or were you just like, okay?
Well, I think we're actually preparing for the Olympics before the coronavirus thing struck in and put the world in a shock. But one thing is, God knows everything. There is one thing for man to plan. There is another thing for God to finalize. So I think whatever happened this year, God has a reason why it happens. We can't question it because a lot of life was lost. And may their soul rest in peace. And, when the Olympic was postponed, we're all like, oh, no. But we can't question him. I have to accept the fact that it was postponed and get myself ready for next year.
Amazing. And so, Divine, from your humble but great beginnings in Delta State to today, where you're a Puma and Team Visa athlete, what's one major lesson that you've learned in life?
One major lesson I've learned in life is always be patient.
Why?
Not the kind of patience that you're being patient and you're not doing anything. You're being patient with God and you're doing something. And one lesson I've actually really learned too is never give up on your dream. No matter how big the dream is, never give up on the dream. Never give up on yourself, even if the world gives up on you. I remember as an athlete, some persons, even some coaches said to me, "Oh, what are you doing here?" A lot of things happen, but you can't give up on yourself. Even when the world gives up on you, even when people around you gives up on you, if you don't live with anything today, I would like all the lovely fans on the live Instagram right now. Don't ever give up on your dream. You are the product of who you are. Dream the dream. It's like dream the world. Create your world. How you want your world to be. Create it. Visualize it. And place it there. Let the world see it. Even if it look impossible, it might look impossible to them, but it's not impossible to you. And it's not impossible to the one who can make it possible, which is God, which is the one who makes everything possible. So keep your dream, keep your focus, keep your determination, and keep on pushing, keep on going. When nothing sometimes does not go well, but always have it in mind that every downfall is a set up for you to climb another level of glory. Even the Bible said the righteous shall fall 7 times and they shall rise again. Don't fall and stay there. Fall and rise again and prove to the world that you keep on going.
And so I know you always believed in your dream, but were there moments where you almost didn't? Or was it a very constant belief? There was never doubt.
There were moments of doubt, but I never allowed the doubt to eat deep. Because when there are moments like that, I always fall back. That is one thing, I always fall back to the word of God. And that's why I'm praying, God, let me not depart from that word. Because the word is what keeps me going. Like, always fall back to the word, because there must be something written concerning the situation you are going through right now.
And those people that, quote unquote, gave up on you then, today, you still talk to them? Do you see them? Do you interact with them? Or it's more like, you know what, I remember you, so you stay over there?
Well, they are friends and they are friends. They are people that stood with me when I had nothing. I keep those people close. And those that never believe in me, I don't shun them down. I don't walk away from them. I still see them and be like, hey, what's up? Like, how's life? Like, we talk, but there are some persons that can't be your friend. There's this parable they always make. They say 20 friends cannot play for 20 years. There are some people that they just have to be your hype guy, hype people. Hi, what's up? And you walk away. Yeah, so even though they didn't believe in me then, when I see them now, even if they are in need, does not mean that I'm not going to help them. I still help them to let them know that they were not God.
Do they try to be your friend now?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, they try, but you can get that opportunity again because we don't fall back to our vomit. We don't eat back to our vomit.
Amazing, amazing. And so, Divine, let me ask you a random question. So I heard, somewhere that you're a good cook. And so I wanted to know, what's your favorite dish to make?
I make a lot of dishes. The favorite one I always make when I come to Nigeria is banga soup and our native owo soup. Yeah, but I make fried rice, jollof rice, coconut fried rice. Yeah, I make like different delicacies. I make chicken. I made egusi soup some days ago. Yeah. So
Some people on this live were asking, do you make fufu?
yeah, they have a. Okay, so there's this pando yam yali yali that we always buy here in Gary. So yeah, that is what we normally like. They call it fufu. So yeah, but actually I don't eat fufu. I don't eat akpu.
And so, where are you based right now? Are you in New York, Texas? Where are you right now?
Texas.
Texas. So, is there like a particular store you go to buy the African or Nigerian meals?
Yeah, there's an African store you go to get stuff from like that. Yeah.
And I guess you've been going there for the last like 3 to 4 years, so they know you well.
Yeah, I just came back from Nigeria, so I just took some stuff along. So.
Awesome. And so, last but not least, can you talk more about the work you do with the Divine Oduduru Foundation?
Well, Oduduru Divine Foundation was actually founded last year, but we never made it known to the public. We always go for visits. We provide food for widows, orphanage homes, Remains home, and we feed children. Like there was one we did feeding the children in schools. I have the picture. I decided not to post it. There are some pictures. There are some things I want to post, but I don't really feel actually comfortable posting them because I'm like, must the world actually see this? But most time we actually post them so that people will know that there are actually people like this somewhere that actually need our love. We are not posting them because we want to show the world that this is what we are doing. No, we want to let them know that there are people out there that we need to go back to show our love to. So that's why sometimes when I post, I don't like posting much. I just try to post a little. Even there was a video I posted last night. I tried deleting the video. The video did not allow me to delete. I was so mad with Instagram. Like they didn't allow me to delete that video of the little children that were praying for me. I tried to delete it. I could not delete it last night. You know, the Divine Oduduru Foundation, what we do is we provide scholarship for children to go to school, which we have over 18 children right now on the Divine Oduduru Foundation scholarship. And we provide food for them, clothes, widows. We provide food for them also. And we go out showing them love. There are a lot of people out there that can't take care of themselves. Widows, our mothers that are there, they can't even walk. When I like last year, I was sending people there. This year, early January, I did also, but I didn't make this one I did when I was in Nigeria was the one I actually used to launch my foundation. And I decided to go on a visit for myself. And we go to so many homes. And we realize that people are actually suffering. Widows, people are out there, their children are there that can't even feed. So that is what Divine Oduduru Foundation is all about. Going back to the community and showing them that we have not forgotten them. Show them the little love we can as an individual, as a foundation. And give them what from where God has blessed us. Give back to them and tell them, because this is one thing the Bible said. It said, he that clothes the naked clothes me. He that feed the hungry feeds me. So it's a little way which we are going back to tell God that we are grateful for the stage you have brought us into. Yes.
And so
the Divine Oduduru Foundation goes back and provide for the community.
I saw a particular, I think, photo on your Instagram where I believe you helped a family that had just given birth to twins.
Yeah.
Can you talk more about that?
Okay. It's so funny because it was posted by someone on a social media platform, and I saw it, and they introduced me. Me and the person talked, and we drove down to the place with food, and gotten there, we saw the place the person were living. I won't even let my enemies live there. I won't even let my enemies live in a place like that. And look at those innocent, beautiful children coming to this world. And look at it. So they said they've already started something already. And we assisted them in getting them a better place to stay. And we're still keeping up to them till today, making sure that things are okay with them and the children are being taken care of. Apart from the twin, they have other children also that needs to go to school. So the Divine Oduduru Foundation is making sure that those children goes to school and they have food to eat and get a little help they can get from us. Most time, I promise you, I actually don't want to post things when it comes to things like that, because majorly people think that, oh, they post just to showcase what. No. Most time we're just trying to let the world know that there are actually people that really needs our help and we need to help them.
And I really appreciate your efforts and what you're doing, because I saw the yam, the indomie, all of the different things you were giving out. Even the video, you were like, people were just running up, grabbing, running back. It looked kind of hectic at one point.
It is. But one thing is, you can get angry. Like, I have some videos on my phone that I can't even put online. I told myself I can't. Like, because these people actually need it. It got to a stage that, like, you gotta just let them. It's for them. Let them. It's for them. I try to hold the fact that I don't want to cry. But people are actually suffering. Often we need to leave our comfort zone. You know, we are just too comfortable where we are, that we don't know things that are happening around us. We even go to the house that people don't even have mattress to sit, mattress to sleep. They sleep on the floor. People can even feed twice a day, and we feed and we still throw food away. But there are people out there that are just begging for one meal. But, you know, we keep on thanking God for the privilege and the opportunity that we are able to step in the little way we can. You know? Yeah.
Divine. Oh, wow. And so, let me try to get the mood back. So apart from sprinting and cooking, and of course helping everyone out, what else do you do? What other hobbies do you have?
I don't know how to dance. So I'm not a good dancer. Yeah. I'm not a good dancer. I'm a motivational speaker. Yeah, I'm a motivational speaker. And I'm also a little writer. Like, I can write some motivational words. It still falls under the motivational speakers. Yeah, I think that's.
Now, in the future, will we see Divine Oduduru, the motivational speaker / pastor? in the future?
No. No, actually, I can't really tell.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, just let the will of God be done. If that is His will, let it be done. But actually, I don't want to be a pastor because people think, no, I will keep my opinion to myself.
No. People think.
If it's the will of God, so be it.
Sure.
If
Now,
the motivational speaker, if it's the will of God, so be it.
and so after you retire from your athletics career, do you have an idea of what you want to do after?
Yeah, I'll get into business.
What type of business?
Different business. I have different business ideas. So yeah, when the time comes, they will know.
So Divine, the CEO. Divine, $1 million company. Fortune 500. Okay, I see you.
Look at my baby Jill. That's my best friend.
And so, guys, if you have any questions for Divine, please ask them now. Let us know. Yeah, and so, Divine, when you make your $1 billion, we've been supporting you since. I'm just saying.
I'm planning a giveaway on my Instagram.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm
Breaking news.
On my I just finished. We just did one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's gonna be majorly for only my followers. Yeah,
So guys,
I'm gonna post it and I'm gonna lock my page. Only those following me will see.
Too smart. I like that. Some people just try to hop in, grab you something, and hop out.
I want it for all my faithful followers. Those lovely people that have been following me right from time.
Wow. And so someone's asking, his name's Adums_son. He's asking, how did you hear about NEETs as a young athlete in Nigeria?
Well, that's why when you have a coach, there's a schedule for every competition every year in Nigeria. So your coach also is aware of that. So when the time comes for those competitions, you go for those competitions and you run. And that's it. There's always a schedule every year for Nigeria athlete for competitions.
And what's one piece of advice that you would give a young athlete that someday wants to be where you are or be as successful as you?
Well, one advice I would give is believe in the process.
And can you expand on the process?
Like, believe in your coach, believe in the process, believe in the training. I always use something as an example. You see gold and diamond. They are one of the most cherished and valuable items in the world. But a lot of us don't focus on the process they go through for them to become beautiful and shaped into those positions. A lot of us just focus on the final, on the finishing. So believe in the process. Believe in the little beginning. Believe in the process. Believe in your coach. Believe in the training. Believe in everything you're going through right now. Because all of that is what is building you for a better tomorrow.
And I believe there was one thing or video I saw where you gave an example, I think, of, like you said, diamond and gold. Gold has to go through a certain process. Can you tell us that statement here? for people watching?
Okay. Is it like good for it to be shaping? Like first, gold, when they find, they don't look beautiful. They are dirty, stained, and all of that. That is like you right now, struggling, pushing. Nobody recognizes you. Nobody knows you. Nobody sees your effort. Nobody sees what you're doing. Then they go through the heat to shaping them into different positions, into different design, and brings out the beauty, the shining part about them. At that moment, people don't realize, people don't focus on those hits part of it. Now they will not focus, they will not remember the little beginning of where you were struggling. They will only focus on, oh, this person is good, this person is this. Forgetting that there was time in the past that you were building up. So you actually just have to tell yourself that I'm not giving up on myself, because if you give up on yourself, you are giving up on a generation. There are a lot of generations that attack to you. So you don't give up on those generations. Don't give up on yourself. Keep on moving, keep on going, keep on believing, keep on having faith, keep on trusting the process, and you smile at the end. Because God is always faithful, and He always shows at the right time, and at the right moment, and at the right place.
Motivational speaker, Divine Oduduru. Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you very much for having me on your live today.
Yes, thank you so much for coming. We truly appreciate it, man. I know you're busy out there training, working, breaking records.
Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it.
And so, guys, if you haven't already, please follow Divine and his amazing journey at his handle, Divine_Oduduru. And of course, for more everyday stories and amazing guests like Divine, please, you can follow me here at Adetunde Dada. And so, Divine, thank you once again. The Everyday Stories community is in full support of you. And we can't wait to see you in the Olympics next year.
Thank you very much. I do really appreciate it.